Hello YouTubers, Troz here. We're back with some more asteroid recovery mission parachute recovery. We're just about to encounter the asteroid and dock with it. And then we'll attempt to slow it down and get it into... So we'll encounter Kerbin's atmosphere and attach some parachute probes to it. So let's work on the encounter now. Alright, let's start slowing down. RCS, and let's get us back on target here. We're drifting off to the side a bit. Alright, now we're just low. Look at that, that should be pretty good. Target the center of mass. Coming in at 4 meters per second. Let's turn on the lights. Let's arm the claw. Oh, I wish... slow down a bit. Distance went away. I wish it didn't. Alrighty. Coming in pretty good, 0.8 meters per second. Slowly creeping up on it, and we're still good 14 days out. That is, should be plenty of time to maneuver, get into the atmosphere. Just slowly heading in. So that looks absolutely perfect. Here we go. Let's 5 meters per second. 0.4. And this is going to be a little bit bad. Let's back away for a second. Not a very good spot to grab the asteroid. We're going to be all angled and stuff. Let's try to grab this little pointy part. And I sure hope that's the right thrusting direction. Let's move this way a little more. Alright, hopefully that will be a little bit better of a place to grab. Maybe. Okay, looks like we've grabbed it. Oh, there's Kerbin. Yeah, we don't want to put too much stress on this. Alright. Ooh. Alright, let's do a quick save. And, let's say free pivot. And, let's just do, well, it's lowering a little bit, then going back up. I'm wondering if I'm still not having these far enough. Well, it is slowly lowering. Well, would you believe it? But, firing the RCS seems to have more of an effect on our orbit than firing the engines. I will have to rethink this design again, but, for now, it seems to be doing pretty well, and, definitely looks like I have enough RCS. Took tons of it, but we should have enough to get us into the atmosphere. And you can see we're slowing our orbit down slowly. We were something like 97, and now we're down to, well, just about 87. Figure, you know, by the time we're at 50 or whatever, we'll be in the atmosphere. So I'm just gonna continue this, and catch you then. Alright, this is Charles, I'm back. I've rebooted my computer. Frame rate's not any better. I'm not sure if that's just this design or I have a lot of stuff going on now. So got some issues with the lighting. Maybe that's contributing. Anyway, here we are. I've lowered the periapsis to inside the atmosphere. I'm actually just gonna try to see what happens first shot landing. So I'm gonna lower this down to like 30, a little bit more. So for that we gotta turn on RCS and here we go. See, we're burning all the RCS here, and it's slowly coming down. That looks pretty good. Let's turn off RCS. And I want to hook these parachute probes on, so I'm going to do that one at a time. Hopefully all these, yeah, I turned off their monopropellant tank so we wouldn't use any of it. Let's decouple. Yeah, we're just gonna hook in there. Come on. There we go. Arm. Decouple. Decouple. Arm. And then decouple. Alright, let's you're gonna need a little help. So let's Alright, he's hooked on. Helps if I do. There we go. So I've got two more. Arm. Decouple. Let's switch to him. He's definitely going to need help. Not really aimed at anything. Turn on RCS. There we go. Couple. Enable the monopropellant fuel. Turn on RCS. And there we go. Alright, so we got all our parachutes setups all hooked in. I'm gonna do a quick save here. And at this point, I'm basically gonna undock and raise my altitude up to about 50 kilometers. So we will air brake because we will be going pretty fast when we get to Kerbin, but that we won't, hopefully won't land. Say release. And then using our own RCS, let's back off. Put that away. A little more. 54 should be good, and that's just a really minor meter per second. Which direction? So, spin around here. Yeah, it should be in the forward direction. I just want to thrust sideways a little here. So we are moving past the asteroid instead of running into it, hopefully. Alright, I'm just going to use RCS now to thrust. The frame rate has come up. Maybe rebooting did help. I'm now almost at 30. When we were attached to the asteroid, it's down around 15. Okay, that that's pretty good. We are now going to pass about 55 kilometers. And we're just passing the asteroid now. It's plenty wide of it appears. Let's turn off RCS. Then we have plenty, we don't want to waste it. Now we're just drifting past the asteroid, which we can still switch to where there's the ship going by. And there's Kerbin that we're heading towards. Okay, there goes the ship. Kerbin's down there. Ship. You can get the sun. There we go. Okay. 16 days. Let's I don't even think we need to really set a maneuver or something like that. We are going to be pulled out of time warp when we get close. Barely see the moon there, spinning around. Alrighty, here we come. The ship is just barely ahead. And I'm not sure if it'll actually get atmospheric effects if I'm not directly watching it. But I don't really mind if it takes another trip around. I am more concerned about the asteroid. How far are we from periapsis? 2 hours. We have a good shot there of landing on ground, which is kind of what I want. May wind up in this water, but we'll have to see. Hopefully the parachutes will slow us down before we get that far. Alrighty, here we come. I'm going to put 2 of those up to 5,000. And, well, be safe. Let's activate them all as soon as we hit the atmosphere. We're still coming in. Well, that's not good. We now have very little chance of actually landing on the water. I forgot how much Kerbin rotates. Or, I should say we have very little chance of landing on the land. Very good chance of landing on the water. Alright. We have just hit the atmosphere. I'm going to arm all the parachutes in a moment. Let's go down. Yeah. We either need to be very lucky or have a miracle happen. Alright, we are beginning to slow down finally. Let's there we go. Our orbit has come way in, and that's about our only chance of landing on land is right over there. Doesn't look that good. We have slowed to suborbital though. Our drogue chutes have deployed, which should, or at least partially deployed. Should slow us further and faster. Still at 20 kilometers, falling. Speed is down to half kilometer a second now. We're down to 10 kilometers and just about a quarter of a kilometer per second in velocity. Alright, we're under 200 meters per second and 1,000 meters from the deploying of the first two drogue chutes. There they go. Yeah, that has really decreased our velocity. We're 75 meters per second. $3,000 meters. The other drogue chutes have opened. We are down to 38 meters per second. Clamps are doing well. One kilometer. Still doing about 30 meters per second, 33. The rest of the parachutes are going to open momentarily. And there they go. And wow, I estimated that pretty good. We are at 10 meters, just over 10 meters per second in speed. This should totally be survivable. And we're 200 meters up. .100 meters up at 10.4 meters per second. And we're about to have splashdown. And not only did we splash down, but looks like everything survived. It's going to be interesting recovering this. Well, didn't really have plans of recovering. I know there are some mods that add some helicopter parts and stuff like that, so maybe I could do something like that. Do have all these docking ports that are breaking the surface, so maybe hook into them or just get another claw. Let's see what happened to the ship, though. Yeah, basically its orbit was not affected in any way. Well, let's see here. Could leave him out here. That's gonna be a while. Can't parachute recover anybody yet. Or not, I should say at the moment, not yet. Use all the parachutes. Set as target. Is he going? No, that's our orbit. He doesn't actually seem to be entering our sphere of influence at all. It was that guy. He's gonna be here in 89 days. $83 days. Oh, that's an impactor. 128 days. I'll have to remember you. Alright, for now I think well, we can either spend the time and just coast around, Or we can use the plentiful fuel resources and get back early. I think Bill, Bob, and Jeb deserve that. Time. And you know what? That's pretty good. I want to land on the day side. Alright, so one more maneuver, and you'll see why I'm doing this just after the maneuver. Or at least, hopefully, you'll see why. besides not wanting to come down very vertical, I'm hoping to leave the ship in orbit, mostly. The crew capsule is connected by a large docking port, so I can disconnect the crew capsule and let it land while the rest of the ship keeps in orbit. So later I can refuel it or send up another crew to connect. We're going to have more than half our fuel left. So rather than just crashing it into the atmosphere, this way we get to maybe reuse the fuel in a future mission. It's 2:35. All right. We don't need monopropellant here. We're not going to do any EVAs. Let's keep that on for now. So, decouple node. Alright, that goes Bill, Bob, and Jeb. We are now controlling this little robotic. Let's turn on RCS, and I just want to, not even sure what side that is thrusting to. But yeah, we're moving away. Alright, so I just popped that up. And I just want to raise that to about 100. So we're just speeding away now from Bill, Bob, and Jeb. Alright, that won't enter the atmosphere, it'll stay in orbit. We, however, want to return to Bill, Bob, and Jeb. As they head back to Kerbin. Let's turn off SAS. Let's turn off SAS because we don't need it. And we want to save our electricity. Alright, here we are, entering the atmosphere. Now this is where I would have liked to fly over with the asteroid. Let's Don't need the clamp. That's beginning to fall away. That's a little better camera view. Beginning to slow down. I haven't been on this side of Kerbin too much. Alright, we're getting atmospheric heating. Should pass over these mountains and land on the other side. Oh, there's the claw that we dropped off. It's catching back up to us now. Alright, we should be suborbital now. Alrighty, you're really slowing down now. I'll pop the chutes at 10,000. And mark. And we're just floating down now. And should have no trouble here. It's like we're landing in a forest. Parachutes should be opening pretty soon when we're at 500 above the ground. And there they go. Coming down at a leisurely 6 meters per second. Let's time warp a little bit here. Let's see, parachute shadow, or capsule shadow, I should say. Alrighty, here we are. And a nice touchdown. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. We'll have to play around more with asteroids and maybe some other things. See you guys then. Thanks for watching.